So if you ever wanted to make soca drum patterns, Caribbean drum patterns, I am here to show you how to do it today in Logic Pro. So let's go. So before we start, I have pre-selected some drum sounds here that we are going to use. I have kicks, snares, hi-hats, congos, irons, and shakers. So now we want to select with tempo, wherever that is. For me, I'm going to set it at 115 BPM. And I have set up all these drum tracks with Drum Machine Designer. So we have a kick here, we have a couple snares here, we have hi-hats and stuff, and so on. So the first pattern we're going to learn is the most basic one. What you're going to do is right click and create a pattern region. Now we could just hold Option and drag and just create multiple ones for now. So we're going to get back to the kick now, and we're going to do the basic 4 on the floor, and that is the pattern right there. So you get. Next up is the snare pattern. And that is the basic soca kick and snare. Now we want to start adding hi-hats into the beat, so let's go. So for the first pattern, we can do hi-hats different ways, but for this first one, we're going to do a typical soca groove, which is basically quarter notes are the closed hi-hats and the open hi-hats in between. Just like that. And then we're going to add some congas. The basic soca or calypso pattern for congas is this pattern right here. And it sounds like this. Next, we have irons, which is something a lot of people have been asking me to do a tutorial on, so let's get to it. So that's the low iron, we have the high. So we're going to start with the high one. And this is the patterns for the high one. And the low one is just going to accent the high ones, follow it, you know. Now we're going to add some shakers just to fill in the beat. And there we have our first soca groove. Right. Now next what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of this down. And we're just going to mute it. Next pattern is another soca groove. Let's go. We're going to do the same thing. Create pattern. Just drag down. So we're going to use the same kick pattern. We're just going to drag it over there. Unmute that. And then we're going to change the snare pattern now. So we're going to do the snare pattern this way. For the hi-hats, we're going to try something a little different. Right. Adding some more congas. Next, we're going to add in the irons. We're just going to add it to every other note. And we're going to drag back the shakers. Now we have another groove right there. So we're going to take that one, move it down, and delete that. And we're going to mute this one now. So next is more of a calypso soca kind of beat. It kind of has the same kick pattern as like a dancehall song, so which is something like this. Right, and then the snare we're gonna do right there. And then the hi-hats we're gonna do. Now, this Congo pattern is similar to the first one, but we add in more notes here. So actually, we're gonna add a bottle here. And we're gonna stick to the same shaker pattern to fill up the bottle, to fill up the high end. And there you go. Now, a lot of times what happens is we would end up using snares to back up or support the main snare. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the first snare from before, drag it to the front here. And we're going to unmute this now. Alright, so we're using that. I'm just going to add another pattern. And we're going to take the second snare and just add some support to it. Just like that. Then we're going to add back in some hi-hats. Now we have a really nice groove going there. Let me see what else we could make for congas. And there you have it. Now you have 4 different patterns you can use to create your soca beats. And this template will be available for sale on my website, link below, with all the MIDI clips included. So you could pick and choose and use this as a template to start your songs. You could drag and drop drums in and out of the session and make it into your own thing. So I hope this helped you guys out. Please subscribe, like, and comment on the video. And I'll see you next time.